And because we are just running out of time, going to get round to one of the questions, and I think then we'll follow up on anyone else that had a question afterwards. So first, Matt, we've got, in your opinion, will the primary challenges posed by AI arise from the increased ease of generating attacks, or from the reliance on highly automated processes already present in many organizations? It's a good question.
It is. Look, for me, it's the ease of use. The barrier to entry for a lot of these breaches is it's eroding every single day. If we're looking at some of the process that we're seeing now, everything is going to get more and more automated. The thing is to have controls over that automation, to have AI watching those automations to ensure that behavioral analysis has a chance to really do its job, to be able to look at anything. I'm not necessarily worried about that space if the right tools are in place. If we've got the behavioral analysis, if we've got machine speed analysis happening on top of that, that's not really my problem. My problem is more the ease that these tools are coming out with, that breaches can occur. You need a phone nowadays to go and breach into big environments, because you're not using your own compute, you're using the compute of an AI company. And as we've seen, they've got pretty impressive systems. They've got all of the knowledge. So for me, it's if you've got an environment where you've got these tools in place, you've got these processes in place, your people are skilled up enough, you should be in a good spot. My biggest concern is how quickly and how easy it is to actually breach or to get breach tactics nowadays.
Yeah, fine, brilliant. Thank you for that. I guess it's a bit of both. Just going to go to the next slide, please, Matt. And I think we've got enough time for one more question. So thank you so far. The participant asks, I think the number of questions you've presented to ask ourselves is great. Do you have any actionable examples that you already helped SMEs implement? Having greater detail into the protection offered would be greatly insightful, especially with threat intelligence and mitigation. I think that's probably a question we could follow up in a bit more detail afterwards, but if you want to give maybe just a bit of a light answer, and I think we can come back to you, Tim, with a bit more detail after this.
Perfect. Yeah, look, the biggest things that we're doing for a business actually aren't necessarily deploying the AI, but making sure that the environment is ready for it. One of the biggest risks that we see is that people are deploying or developing their own tools and then deploying AI agents into their environment without making sure that their environment is ready. So they'll have access to all of that data, that confidential data that's in there, and then giving it tools and permissions to be able to go and speak to somebody on Teams or book a meeting in somebody's calendar. I mean, deepfakes is real as well. Look, once AI is implemented, it's really about putting it into the security offering there to make sure that we've got a machine speed capability to be able to handle any risks that are coming through. When we're looking at this, it's that full kind of process, making sure that we're not just throwing AI into an environment, giving it absolute permissions and letting it run free. But for me, I mean, I'm a security guy. The first place that I'm going to look at is how to bolster my own solution to make sure that things get in place. We talk about the 5-minute rule. If you are looking at implementing AI in your environment, if there are any areas in your business where you are doing a task that takes 5 minutes, but you're doing it 10 to 15 times a day, look at that. That challenge is probably something that you can go and do. Backing your data up or your medic notes from the sales team to the CRM, making sure that any meeting transcripts are being put onto an email that then can be approved to go into either a file or be sent off to the customer. Those are spaces where you can save a lot of time.